is cutthroat, manipulative, triple dealing, triple crossing, no honor, incredibly corrupt. It's the system that Italy was under, and I'm just giving you basic gestalts here, after the fall of Rome in 410, when it was Byzantine. Again, Italy, what is Italy today? Not run out of Italy, but run out of what is Turkey. It was Christian. It's not the Roman system they had before that was based on honor and family and tradition. That then again was corrupted in the decline of the Roman Empire. The point I'm getting at here is this mindset of being cutthroat and backstabbing and dishonorable, that's what I call it, is not only centered in and around Saudi Arabia. Those forms of thinking also have been going on in Europe for a very long time. And you have the Machiavellian school that is in direct competition with what you would call the school of Western chivalry, which is based on being honorable and stable and truthful and everything being your family name and never double dealing. But there was plenty of treachery went on as well in Western Europe. There's just different schools and different systems. Our government has a Machiavellian, or almost Arabian, you could also call it, system of looting and betrayal and dishonor and double and triple dealing. See, I said I'd get into a short history lesson, and then it starts turning into a long one because these issues are so deep and so complex, but also so simple. Here's what I'm getting at. The West didn't want stable, secular, upright, prosperous Middle Eastern countries. There was a major school of that there going back to the time of Egypt and before. Mathematics, so many of the sciences developed, invented there. Very high IQs, smart people. But that has all been removed and turned over to the Saudi Arabian extremists. And that's what the West wants, is a bunch of backwards, barbarous, suppressed people that they can then use to menace the West so the establishment can then take our basic liberties here. So when you hear about Ronald Reagan or Jimmy Carter, quote, creating Al-Qaeda and having them attack the Russians, they didn't create them. There was a relationship going back to British intelligence before that, again, specifically in Afghanistan, not just in Saudi Arabia. And so when we then see Obama caught with Benghazi, giving 15,000 surface-to-air IMPAD missiles that can shoot down aircraft all day long, and all these other weapons to the Al-Qaeda rebels in Syria, and the whole thing that's happened in Iraq, all of it has been orchestrated by the globalists in D.C., in London, in Tel Aviv, in Istanbul, formerly Constantinople. And so there is no debating that the people running our government planned this whole deal. This war against ISIS is totally staged. The only reason it's happening is that there's such public education now about who really runs this and that it's Al-Qaeda. They changed the name 2 or 3 times to IS, to ISIS, back to IS, now to the Caliphate, back to the Caliphate, to confuse you. And they'll show a truck getting blown up every few days with nobody running away from it, with no big explosions around it. Clearly, this is all staged. And they did this when they invaded Afghanistan in 2001. That's why we, quote, won in a week, because they would just have 14-year-old conscripts up front in grids that our troops could bomb, when the real Taliban and Al-Qaeda was then paid in gold, put on U.S. C-130s flown out to safety in Pakistan. It was called the airlift of evil. So they just repeat all this over and over again. So when Obama says the war will take years, They mean that when the jihadi nuts get out of line and go into a place they're not supposed to and loot it, they'll be bombed there just to keep them in line. It's like hurting them.
The human body is extraordinary. Despite all the stresses we inflict upon it, it still works hard to stay in balance. Thousands upon thousands of people rely upon Heart and Body Extract to help their body stay balanced. This excellent 100% natural herbal formula helps maintain healthy blood pressure levels, cleans arteries, promotes good circulation, balances cholesterol, and more. HB Extract, paired with healthy lifestyle choices like good nutrition and exercise, can give you a life free of pain, sickness, and fear. Recapture your youthful vitality and experience your body healing itself with the aid of HB Extract. It's extremely effective and it starts working in just days. Visit hbextract.com to learn more and to read scores of testimonials from satisfied customers. And we've never increased our price in over 10 years. That makes Heart and Body Extract as great a value now as it was the first day we sold it. A healthy heart is a happy heart. Call 866-295-5305 or go to hbextract.com.
Big business has discovered the preparedness market, and that makes it difficult to know where to go and who to trust. MyPatriotSupply.com is owned and operated by patriots just like you. Has the best prices on storable food, non-GMO seeds, water filtration devices, home canning equipment, survival and self-reliance books, and more. MyPatriotSupply.com has old-fashioned values and the absolute best customer service in the industry. Look for the deal of the day, unique, affordable survival supplies that fit anyone's budget. Get same-day shipping on all orders and free shipping on orders over $49. Call 866-229-0927, 866-229-0927, or visit MyPatriotSupply.com for emergency preparedness, self-reliance, and food independence. Shop with a name you know and a name you can trust. Before it's time to survive, it's time to prepare. MyPatriotSupply.com.
Question: could too many GMO foods and toxins be overloading your digestive and immune systems? Answer: yes. If you're searching for a powerful detox that's gentle enough to use every day, use Pro EM1 from Teraganix. Pro EM1 is a powerful liquid probiotic that uses good bacteria to suppress pathogens and gently eliminate toxins from your body. A healthy digestive system will cleanse and remove toxins, support weight loss, improve absorption of food nutrients, and aid in controlling yeast and other infections. Pro EM1 is made with only non-GMO and certified organic ingredients, has no preservatives, and is dairy, soy, wheat, and gluten-free. Pro EM1 is the key to your digestive health. Order Pro EM1 Daily Probiotic Cleanse at Teraganix.com, spelled Teraganix.com, or call toll-free 866-369-3678. That's 866-369-3678. Also available through Amazon Prime. Pro EM1 from Teraganix. Life's getting better.
Do you ever feel like you live in an alternate universe? As the stock market hits new highs, the middle class are dying. Manipulated financial markets and economic figures, chaos on our border, China and Russia bypassing the dollar. Life is getting ready to change. You need to prepare to thrive in the new economy. Go to babyboomerbackupplan.com or call 888-507-8789. That's 888-507-8789.
Clean water at home, clean water at the office, clean water on the go. The Berkey Guy has a Berkey water filtration model for anywhere you are and one that fits any budget. Thousands of satisfied customers can't be wrong. For free shipping within the U.S., go to GoBerkey.com or call 877-886-3653. That's 877-886-3653. Helping thousands prepare since 2005, GoBerkey.com.
Baby did a bad, bad thing. Baby did a bad, bad thing.
Alex Jones here, back live. Coming up, every day or two, I see new reports that are incredibly politically correct where groups of black teens play the knockout game inside grocery stores, inside malls, and even on video, say, get that white person, get them, for no reason. And it's not decried as racial, No one says it's wrong or bad. So these young teenagers actually think it's okay. I mean, if a group of 100 white people ran around beating up 100 black people or something, I would totally be blown away by it and would speak out against it, and have. But it's not the case when black folks do it because of political correctness, which is meant to shut down people's normal instincts. I got to say something, though. You always see this type of stuff happen at night, and that's the time I carry a gun. Like, I'm just going to start carrying a gun at all times. I mean, if 100 people wanted to beat me down like Reginald Denny and beat my head in, I don't care if it's a group of black people or white people, I'm going to start shooting. Of course, you wouldn't have to shoot anybody if somebody just pulled a gun out. I mean, do you see 100 people attacking a cop? No, because the cop's got a gun. And imagine living in Chicago where, see, I'm already going there. I'm going to cover this in the next segment. Getting back to the big enchilada issue. Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda is just the CIA, this has been declassified back in the mid-90s, database name. In Arabic, it means the base. The database of Wahhabist jihadis worldwide. In the Caucasus, in Chechnya, in Pakistan, in Afghanistan, in Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Saudi Arabia, Qatar. I mean, this is congressional hearings. The name Al-Qaeda is from the CIA. And by the way, Al-Qaeda operates as the globalist, Spectre, Chaos, the Illuminati, whatever you want to call it, as their destabilization secret army force, as their Cobra base. Sha'Carri Jackson made that Cobra intro. We ought to play that coming back. They are the destabilizers within the system so the system can come in and take over. And here's the issue. I know most of you know that better than I. What do we do about it now? Because last year, this time, they were going to back Al-Qaeda with air raids on the main military bases of the Syrian government, who attacked nobody, who's in a defensive posture with a secular military, who are angels compared to Muammar Gaddafi, and then he's an angel compared to Al-Qaeda. I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, Gaddafi's like a 3, Al-Qaeda's a 10, Assad's a 1. Literally, you could go there, be a tourist. They were letting everybody in. They were starting to work with the West. What's the answer? Here comes 200,000 Al-Qaeda people to chop your heads off, 60+% of the main force. Now, you talk about immoral. Our military finally got upset. This got decompartmentalized because our military knew, and I've had Tosh Plumlee, CIA on. Congress has confirmed it. Look it up. And I've got other sources. Colonel Schaefer's coming on. Schaefer was on 3 days after. He's coming on this week. He was on 3 days after Benghazi and said it was basically an assassination of the ambassador to cover up the arms transfer. And he basically started naming Turkey, and turned out Turkish ambassador was there. And then he got called in and chewed out so bad he had to walk it back a little bit on air. But we told you exactly what really happened at the time. Now generals go on Fox News and admit it. Now it's in AP and AFP today in a government report. So I'm not saying, oh, I'm great, toot my horn. I'm saying we were right. Now, what are we going to do about this? Because Al-Qaeda, renamed ISIS, they'll name it something else next week, the Caliphate, IS, they'll flip it to confuse you because it's so embarrassing. So Obama is being forced to bomb some of these ISIS forces who are all fighting with each other as well. It isn't that our government runs them. It's they've armed them, protected them, and opened the door. That's what they've done. It's like knowing wolves are in the woods that are hungry, and you go, you know, put a baby out in the woods and dump pig blood on them, hoping the wolves come eat them. You're an accomplice. Do you run the wolves? No. But you put the baby out for the wolves to eat them. You provided them. And you gave the wolves their teeth. So here is the headline out of French news agency. Property of U.S. government, Islamic State jihadists armed with U.S. military weapons from Benghazi.